time for another edition of What'd We Talk About? Families, Justin here with River Kids Children's Ministry, and today I just wanted to really quickly cover what we talked about yesterday. It was our final week of February, and so with our preschool kids, we were finishing up our Sweet Shop month that we've been talking about, and the whole theme, the whole idea is that Jesus loves everyone. And so we've kind of been walking through some Bible stories that really kind of cover what that looks like. And yesterday was a huge one. Now, this has the potential to be a very deep conversation, but it's one that's really great for your kids, and it's a great reminder for us. So what we talked about yesterday was Peter's denial and restoration. Okay, so we didn't just want to, of course, cover Peter denying Jesus, which can be found in Matthew 26. But we also wanted to show them that Jesus loves everyone even when we mess up, which is an awesome lesson, of course, right? And again, great for us to remember too. So in Matthew 26, you can find the beginning of that. But then you can also find in John 21 where Jesus restores Peter and brings him back and forgives him and talks about where they want to go moving forward, and really just showing what his love is all about. So we hope that there are some great conversations in our parent cue sheet for you guys for the preschool and below. It's got some great suggestions on some things you can do during the week to kind of discuss this and kind of bring it home. Obviously it can just be on a very simple level, and let us know how that's going. Let us know how those conversations are going. We're always excited to hear about that and the things that maybe your kids are starting to grasp or the light bulb is starting to go on. We love hearing those kinds of things, and we hope that it's encouraging for you guys that, listen, it does not have to be this super formal thing where you're sitting down with your kids, but no. The conversation of faith is just something that naturally weaves in and out of your week, and make it a normal thing for your kids. When they see it as normal and not some extra thing that is kind of odd and kind of weird because that's kind of how it's treated, then it just kind of becomes a normal part of their life. So we hope this is great information for you guys and creates some great conversations with you and your kids. Now, for our elementary kids, we are wrapping up kindness. We've been talking about kindness all month and what that looks like through the lens of Jesus and the examples that he showed for us, and how we can show others they're valuable by how we treat them. And we've been talking about Luke 6:31 and treating others how we want to be treated as our Bible verse for the entire month. And your kids had a chance to kind of recite those and go over those yesterday, and they did an awesome job. Specifically, what we really talked about yesterday was we looked at Matthew 5, okay, verses 43 through 48, where Jesus is preaching to a group of people, and he really blows their minds, right, which he has a habit of doing. And what he really is talking about here is, he says, you've heard it about loving your neighbors, okay? So in the past, we've talked about loving your neighbors, and that's good, and that's obviously a great thing that you want to do. But it's also, a lot of people have been like, well, hate your enemies, okay? They're mean to you, so you be mean to them, and that's just the normal way of things, right? And Jesus really takes that and flips it on its head and says, no. Love your enemies. Pray for those who hurt you. And as the kids really had a chance to kind of discuss a little bit yesterday, and I hope that you guys can have some great conversations this week, that is hard. That is hard to love your enemies, isn't it? Yeah, we know that. We automatically, immediately, right now, you have somebody in your mind that you go, at work, at home, next door neighbor, whoever. There's a difficult person in my life that it is hard to love. Your kids have those other kids in their lives as well. And what a great conversation that we can have with them. That's a great, just normal conversation of life. But now we get a chance to open the Bible, and we get a chance to say, hey, here's what Jesus says about this. So our God time cards are attached to this. We hope that that is a great little piece for you guys that you can use throughout the week for some activities and some discussion points. But really, if nothing else, maybe this provides some great conversation pieces on what it means to love your enemies. So love your neighbors obviously as well, but love your enemies and pray for those who hurt you. That's tough, right? And I hope I hope, parents, you get a chance to share some personal experiences that you've had of how hard that is, maybe in the past, maybe even right now. Because when we make it personal and our kids see that we are working through something and struggling with something as well, or have come through something, it makes it personal, and they see and they learn something new about us, and that creates great connection. Walls come down, and just great relationships are strengthened between you and your kids. So I hope that this is some great discussion pieces for you guys throughout this week. Again, thank you guys so much for just allowing us to be a part of what is going on in your discipleship of your kids. It is such an honor. We love having them every Sunday and hanging out with them. And we hope that these videos are just fun and helpful, and a way that it just provides a little bit more information and a little bit more just some hints and tips and tools and different things that can help your kids point more to Christ and one another. And again, any feedback that you have, please let us know below, that we can have a conversation there, or come find us on a Sunday that we can have a conversation. And we are just, again, so excited to see how best we can partner with you in discipling with your kids. Thanks so much again for checking this video out, and if this is your first time, welcome. We hope that it was helpful, as we always say. And if you haven't had a chance to check out some of the other videos, you'll see them over here popping up. We've got plenty that have been coming out, and so go back and check those out. Different things that we've talked about that can create some different discussions. We got some more videos coming up. We'll have one probably a little bit later this week about the Heart Set of March that's coming out. And if you haven't subscribed, you're going to see the button right over here. Subscribe, just so that you're kind of the most up to date and see when new videos come out, and learn what we are doing, so that you can be the most informed, and it helps you have just even better conversations with your kids. So again, thank you so much for supporting us as we help to support you, and we will catch you guys next time.